Hi, today for 3 questions with an elk, we're talking to Bill Currlin. Bill is a voluntary service representative at the Connecticut Veterans Home and Hospital in Rocky Hill, and he's a member of the Middletown Lodge number 771. Bill, thank you for joining us today.
Thank you for inviting me in. I appreciate it.
For our first question, why do you volunteer for veterans and how did you get started?
Well, and I was in Vietnam, and it was a rather tough tour. I was an infantry officer patrolling search and destroy. At the same time, my wife's brother was killed in the same area that I was in, and sort of when we came home, we didn't talk about any of the activities from my service. It was just something we didn't speak about in our house. Plus the fact the country really didn't like us anyways. So I went through it several years. I'm talking maybe 20 years of not talking very much at all until I joined the Elks. And one of the guys that was interviewing me saw I had a lapel pin that had a flag on it. And that's when I learned that the Elks were involved in veterans. And I appreciated that. And once I started that, I soon became the veteran chairman, and it sort of helped me open up to a lot of other things. A lot of the veteran groups in the area, I joined many of them, and I'm active in all of them now. But it was strange for many, many years. We didn't talk or do anything, and it was actually joining the Elks that caused me to. Well, I caused myself to join stuff and be involved again.
What are some of your favorite projects or activities that you've done with veterans as a volunteer?
I was thinking about this because there's 3 things that I really did that I wanted to share. One was the event we had this last summer. I actually looked at one of the other videos, and you were talking about how a group, I think it was Lodge number 9, they had a kayaking program.
Mm-hmm.
And I didn't know that. I thought ours was unique, to tell you the truth. But last year we started some work with kayaking to try and support veterans with PTSD. We got a little bit of training from some counselors, and this year we jumped into it more with the Freedom Grant, and very successful program. It's one of the best we've ever had. We actually had 35 to 40 PTSD veterans come and enjoy themselves on the lake. They had an opportunity to relax, forget, and sort of connect with nature. And you could just see it on them. It just was wonderful to see them relaxing like that. And we did that for 16 weeks. Every Thursday we had that, and the guys would come and they go on the kayaks, and they really enjoyed themselves. And it was a pleasure to see them just come down from whatever they were going through. And it was very interesting too, because it brought a lot of the elk members from my lodge. They came in and they got involved also. It was sort of I don't know, it was like a magnet. All of a sudden, I had a lot of people. And that's the main thing I wanted to talk about, because that was a very, very worthwhile project for me. And I understand that we have these 3-question things so we can share them with other elks. And I think that's a wonderful idea. It really is. But there were 2 other ideas I wanted to share with you if we have time. One of them is we have noticed that a lot of people have those flag boxes, that someone passed away in their family. And if you had a World War I or World War II person, it got passed down through generations of family, and it's currently sitting in somebody's closet, or it's not, no one knows what it's for anymore. So what we're doing is we're taking them back, and we have a presentation we have, and I don't know if you can see this. It's a pin that says in memorial. Yeah. We give them that pin, and we take their flags back and we refly them. I mean, that was their job in the first place, right? Yeah. And it's sort of an honorable way to treat those flags that, like I said, sit in somebody's closet. We call the program TAPS, and it's really kind of popular now, because you'd be surprised how many people have them, and they don't want to disrespect them, but right. They really don't know what to do anyway. The other project actually, I'm a hospice veteran companion, and I meet with several veterans during their final days. And one of them gave me this idea, and it actually arrived at my home just about the time he passed away. But what he suggested was a program where we by the way, we collect flags, and many lodges do this. We have them destroyed properly. But what we do is we cut out the stars on some of the flags, as you can see, sort of a pentagon, and it goes in a little package. I don't know if you can see this. On the other side, it says, I'm a flag, an American flag. I've flown on a home in the USA. I can no longer fly. The sun and winds have caused me to become tattered and torn. Please carry me as a reminder that you are not forgotten. Most of the guys take this and it's in their wallets now. And it's kind of a simple thing, but if you want to see my veterans meetings, all the guys got scissors and they're cutting out flags, which is a lot of fun. I'd laugh at it sometimes, but I guess in first grade, we learned how to cut things.
Yeah. It's a nice way to spend time together too.
Yeah, well, it was fun to do. And we changed the ending depending upon what event's going on. We're very active in having naturalization programs for having new citizens come and become new citizens in the country. And we're a focal point here where we take in veteran new citizens, naturalization for veterans. Hadn't known that veterans can join the military and not be citizen.
Right.
And this fast track program allows them to do that. And we started this program, a lot of that went for them. And so their star actually says, take this as a reminder of the day you became an American citizen. And I'll tell you, it brings tears to some of the people's eyes anyway.
Yeah, I'm sure. Well, for our third question, it's a little bit more of a fun question. What is your favorite Christmas song?
Favorite Christmas song?
Yeah.
I don't know. That's a tough one.
Or your favorite song in general, if you don't.
I saw those other things. I said, she's going to ask me what song it is. And the one that it's not my favorite song, but it means the most to me is the national anthem. I happened to be watching a ball game the other day and I said, there's a lot of stuff going around about that lately. And we can't disrespect it, and I guess that would be my answer. But for Christmas song, I'll sing it at Christmas time too.
Okay, there you go. Well, Bill, thank you for joining us today, and thank you for all you do for veterans. The EMD could not do what we do without our volunteers. So thank you.
Well, you need to know that you folks there are doing a wonderful job for us. It's not easy to go through the grant process, and you're very helpful to us. And we actually put the money to good use. I think I mentioned to you at one time that it's almost a shame that you don't get to see the results of some of these projects. And across the country, Elks are doing some really cool stuff. And they're not the wow kind of program that you might think of, that they'll be on television, but it does make a difference. And sometimes it's not the praise that you get, but that you do it for people is the most important part. And I keep thinking, I only thought this last year in talking to you and other people that do grants that, how important it is for us to connect with you and to let you know that you make a difference to us.
It's a good reminder for you to send us pictures and videos. We love to see what you guys are doing.
Okay, we'll do that stuff. You like to see a picture of me in a kayak? I fell out twice last year. Very hard to get back in.
You got. All right,
Thank you very much. Thanks, Anna.